Guys, if you're still not posting lo-fi beats in 2022 on your YouTube channel, you're literally missing out. Because this might be one of the easiest and fastest ways to grow your YouTube channel and set up a passive income stream. So let's get started. This one right here might be one of the most representative channels when it comes to this niche. And needless to say, they are making a bunch of cash. They've generated over 600 million views over the span of a few years. And just in case you're wondering whether or not they're actually making money, well, let's take a look. If we dive a little bit deeper and click on any one of their videos, we are quickly going to notice they are displaying ads on their clips, which means that the channel is monetized. In other words, they are getting paid directly by YouTube by promoting all of these different products and services. There you have it. Here's a clear example. But here's the thing, apart from getting paid directly by YouTube, they have found a bunch of different ways to maximize their profits. Upon a closer inspection, if you take a look at their description box, you're gonna notice a bunch of different links, ranging from different Instagram pages to playlists on Spotify or SoundCloud. And lately, they have even started promoting physical items. If you want to, you can get a physical copy of this soundtrack. Now, in case you're not entirely familiar with this genre, this type of music, let me just play one of these videos for a few seconds so you can get an idea. I'm not gonna keep it playing for too long for obvious reasons, but let's take a look. We're talking about a very calm, relaxing music that you can listen to while you're studying or perhaps while you're meditating. That is the whole purpose of such a channel. That's why people listen to these songs. And now, you might think that you need to be some talented artist in order to make this work, but that is not true. And in fact, we can use an automated piece of software to generate very similar soundtracks. We are literally gonna make use of AI in order to create these clips, where you don't necessarily have to be an illustrator to create this background image. You don't have to be an artist to create the song. All you're gonna do is make use of some AI powered tools, combine them, and that's it. Upload the video, paste in a few links in the description to further increase your profits, and we're gonna cover that too, and then rinse and repeat. That's pretty much what this process consists of. And in the following minutes, I'm gonna walk you through the entire strategy one step at a time. I'm literally going to map out each and every single thing you want to do if you want to replicate this channel right here, and potentially replicate your earnings as well. But before we move any further with the content creation process, we need to get a pretty good understanding of how YouTube monetization works. If you're planning on starting a channel and posting content, you gotta make sure you don't just do it for free. You need to make sure your channel gets monetized, you are complying with the community guidelines, and you have met all of the criteria they look at. So take a look at this. Here's a list of the YouTube monetization requirements, and there are 3 things you gotta keep in mind. First off, your channel needs to have at least 1,000 subscribers, which realistically speaking is not that difficult. Then you need to have at least 4,000 hours of watch time, which is typically going to take a little bit longer. However, because most of these songs are half an hour long or perhaps several hours long, you will have no trouble getting that watch time. It will be far easier for you to get those 4,000 hours of watch time with this strategy than with others. And ultimately, you also need to comply with the community guidelines, and that's a tricky one that a lot of people seem to overlook. For some reason, people don't pay attention to that, and that's why most channels do not get monetized. You see, YouTube is very clear about their copyright policies. You are not allowed to use somebody else's work, take advantage of it, and get paid. That doesn't work. And so, if you're planning on just downloading some of these videos and re-uploading them onto your channel, perhaps changing the pictures or changing various bits of the soundtrack, which I'm pretty sure some of you are already considering, that doesn't work. The YouTube algorithm is smart enough to identify that you are just stealing from other people, and it will basically stop you dead on your tracks. But now let's get back to work. And so how can we create these videos? Well, first off, we need to get one of these background images. Most of the times it is going to be a pretty cool looking illustration that matches the whole vibe of the soundtrack. So let's try to get that. But again, guys, I'm not gonna ask you to hire a freelancer. I'm not gonna ask you to start taking drawing lessons and become an illustrator. And instead, we're gonna make use of artificial intelligence. And the website you need to connect to is called midjourney.com. Once you're here, you want to click on join the beta, and that will allow you to join their Discord server where you can make use of their AI. It is not too difficult. You don't have to be a programmer. All you gotta do is accept the invite and then simply describe the project that you want to get done. And take a look at this. This is how the channel is going to look like. And here's what you want to do. You want to click on one of these rooms that says newbies, because we're pretty new to this whole process. And then here's where you get to write your picture description. What you want to do is type in imagine, and then here's where you get to enter in the description. So let's say that we are looking for a picture that is similar to this one. Again, we cannot just copy and paste it because this is their thumbnail. It is not our work, but we can can model it. We can take that idea and turn it into something slightly different with the help of AI. So let's try to describe this picture as closely as possible. And let's go for something like this. A kid standing on a bridge in a forest, and the vibe should be calm, blissful, relaxing. Let's see what it does. It is going to take a couple minutes for it to process your information and then create the result, but eventually you will get there. It will provide you with a few different options. And you also get to see the previews while they are being processed. And of course, you can take it from there and you can further refine the picture. If you think this is not what you're looking for, then you can add some slightly different commands so the AI can understand exactly what you're looking for. But I think this one right here wasn't too far off. I mean, the style isn't quite there, but we can play around with the style as well. And take a look at this. They're certainly better than I expected them to be. But let's give it a second try and see if we can get something even better and even more suitable. And here's my second attempt. I haven't changed much. I have pretty much just rearranged the words to make it a little bit easier to understand, hopefully. So let's see what we get. And take a look at these. These are certainly much better. I suppose the instructions were just a little bit easier to understand, but I would personally go for this one right here. I think that is just perfect for what we are trying to achieve for the thumbnail. It certainly got a very similar vibe to these ones. And so guys, that part of the process is already done. We have created a pretty good thumbnail, to be honest. It didn't take longer than a couple minutes for us to get that done, and now we need to take care of the soundtrack. So here's how you do that. The second website you want to connect to apart from Midjourney is this one right here. It is called creators.aiva.ai, and what you want to do is create a new composition. Once you're here, you get to type in the kind of music you're interested in, and I'm just gonna type in Lofi. There are also a bunch of different options when it comes to this one too. We've got the Chinese version, the ambient version, hip-hop, so you can choose yours, but I'm just gonna go for calm Lofi. Let's see how that does. Moving on, I'm going to keep the key signature as auto. The duration will be as long as possible, and in this case, the longest you can get is 3 minutes with the free version, but that is good enough because we can then repeat the process. And let's max out on the number of compositions too. Let's go for 5. Let's listen to this one. That is certainly not too bad, is it? But let's try another one. Again, you've got 5 different options. And if you're not satisfied with either one of them, you can just give it another try and then another one. And you can keep going until you're satisfied. And remember, this is the free version. But now guys, ultimately a 3-minute song is not enough. So you want to combine all of those. You want to get a longer video so that you can get that watch time a lot faster and monetize your channel. But let me tell you something, while we're at it, while we're optimizing our channel for maximum results, you should also try to max out on the profits you can generate. In other words, let's add some additional income streams. Let's not only depend on the ads provided by Google and YouTube. Instead, what you can do is take advantage of affiliate marketing. Once you understand what type of people are listening to these songs and watching your content basically, what you can do is deliver a product that is useful for that audience. And here's what I would personally do. Once again, we're talking about people who perhaps want to meditate, they want to have a higher focus power. So generally speaking, these will be people who are interested in spirituality, or at least that's how I see it. And what you can do is connect to digistore24.com and look for a relevant product. This is an affiliate marketplace, and some of their products will give you a pretty sweet commission, all the way up to 80% or even more than that. What you want to do now is start browsing through the products, pick one that you actually think is valuable and will help your audience. Then you can click on promote now, grab your custom affiliate link and place that in the description of your videos. And so you're turning all of those viewers or all of those listeners, however you want to call them, into potential buyers. So you can also make some commissions every now and then to boost up your earnings, apart from the money that you're already making from Google AdSense. So that, guys, is how you monetize a Lo-Fi Bits channel. It's certainly not too difficult, and as you've just seen, creating the content is a piece of cake. All you gotta do is make use of a few different tools, play around, have a little bit of fun, and once you're satisfied with the result, just upload it onto your channel. Then rinse and repeat. That's it for now, and thanks for watching.